So, what's up, guys? We're in day 131, and today we're gonna keep coding the portfolio. Let's do something like mainly. I need to actually do a little bit of the front end. It's gonna probably be what I'm gonna do today, and then a leak code. So, yeah, let's do it.
Now,
Let's go to the tutorial and
let
keep
me save this.
keep,
Before,
keep the grind because I need to get used to front end a little bit.
that, let's
So
go to the home.html. Here, I'll just add after this div, I'm going to just add h1 tag. Hello. Load. We will see this loader. Perfect. Okay, now let's go back to our IntelliJ. So let's go to our IntelliJ, and what we can do is we can move this entire part into a separate fragment. So in Timeleaf, we can create the fragments instead of adding all the contents inside this one home.html page. We can create pages, and those pages we can reference it here. So if you make like that later in the future, if you wanted to reuse those fragments or reuse those pages anywhere else in our application, we can use it. To do that, let's open the project explorer. Under the template folder, I'm going to create a new directory, fragments. Under the fragments, create a new HTML file. This is going to
I should study a little bit of fragments. I'm not understanding really well, but
to
yeah,
the
let's do it.
loader.html.
Which name? Loader.
So we can move that entire part inside this loader.html. So I'm going to just increase the font. Before that, I'm going to just add few things, which is doc type HTML, and we'll also add the HTML tag, and let's add the namespace, the Timeleaf namespace, http colon double slash www dot timeleaf.org. Inside this, let's add the Timeleaf block. So, and to this, we can provide the fragment name. I'm going to call this as loader, and inside this, we can add our content. Let's go to the home.html. So let's
I think fragments are timely thing. Let me consult the Oracle. Alright, seems cool. It's like a class, but it's a class for front end, it seems like. Whatever. Let's see.
cut this entire part, provide the fragment name.
Alright.
I'm going to call this as loader, and inside this, we can add our content. Let's go to the home.html. So let's cut this entire part and paste it.
Alright, so we can now use loader anytime we want. I think so. I mean, it's kind of cool, not gonna lie. Let's see.
Perfect. Let's save this. Now inside our home.html, we can use the timeleaf replace attribute. Replace. Okay, before that, at the top, we have to make use of the namespace. So I'll just go to the loader.html and copy this namespace and paste it. Now,
Alright. Don't know, it's gray, I don't know if you know IntelliJ is not, you know, getting what I'm doing, or my console is just bad configured. But hope it works, bro. Alright. HTTP. No, it's not HTTPS. The bars are alright. Time leaf. I mean, oh, whatever.
here I can add the fragment. So let's use tilde and fragment slash, because our HTML page is the fragments is present inside the folder called fragments. So let's add fragments slash the file name, which is nothing but loader, and we need to provide the fragment name, which is loader. If you open the loader.html, we created the fragment with a name loader, and the same name we're going to add it here. Perfect. Now let's save this, and if you go to the browser, let me actually reload this. Let's reload a few more times.
Let's see if it's working. No. Yo.
Boom. So
Let's see if I'm doing everything right. Div ch.
let's use tilde.
Alright, no, I'm done. My bad, my bad. It's here. Let's see. Let me see the error I'm getting. Yeah, it's working. All right.
Let's create a div with a class floating shape, shape1. Copy this and paste it multiple times, and we're going to change this to floating shape, shape1. Floating
Let's just see how it's doing. Like those
shape,
shortcuts. Let's see.
shape
Can use dots
one.
to automatically name numbers, name things actually.
Copy this and paste it multiple times, and we're going to change this to shape2 and shape3. This is going to be floating shape, so let's correct it. Okay, so now we have created
All
these.
right. So cool.
Divs. Now we can start applying style to these.
Let me actually right click in, let the hints of what I'm doing.
these classes. Let's go to our style.css, and just below this, I'm going to just make a comment. Floating elements, floating shape. So we have this floating shape.
Alright, no shortcuts for this. Can I use double bars? Let me see. No.
For this, I'm going to add the position absolute, border radius 50%, filter blur 80 pixel, opacity 0.15, z index 1. So now we have added styling for this floating shape. So if you go to the floating shape, we have added the styling. Now we have to add styling to our shape 1, shape 2, and shape 3. So let's go back to our style.css. Shape 1, background. I'm going to use the variable for the color, primary color, width 300 pixel, height 300 pixel, top 10%, and left minus 100 pixel. So let's save this. If you go to the browser, let me reload this.
I need to actually, bro, I cannot speak. I need to actually just, you know, I don't
browser.
really know why this is using like negative numbers here.
Let
I think it's
100
like for centering everything, but
pixel. So
the fact that it's negative, I don't know why.
let's save this. If you go to the browser, let me reload this.
All right.
You can see we got this box. Okay, so we have to do similarly. We have to also add it to all of these, all of the shapes. Let's go back and now let's
Oh, it's not a box, but let me see if I'm doing something wrong. Okay, no, I put like this. I forgot the name of this in English, but
apply for all of these. We got this.
dot
So let's
and
save this.
comma, like.
For shape one, this floating
But I think it's pretty much the same. Radius, alright.
shape. So if you go to the floating shape, we have added
Now it should go better. Oh, same thing.
the styling. Now we have to add styling to our shape 1, shape 2, and shape 3. So let's go back to our style.css. Shape 1, background. If you go to the browser, let me reload this. You can see we got this box. Okay, so we have to do similarly. We have to also add it to
For the full screen changes, no.
all of these, all of the shapes. Let's go back and now let's apply for shape 2. Let's add the background. We will use the color, which is primary color. Sorry, not the primary color. For the shape 2, we're going to add the secondary color. Let's add the width 400 pixel, height 400 pixel, top 60%, right minus 150 pixel. Let's also add for shape 3. I'm going to basically
Let me see the blur actually, if I'm doing something wrong.
just copy this and paste it. Let's change the background color to accent, width, which is going to be 250 pixel, and height 250 pixel. And also we don't need this top, so let's get rid of this. Instead we need the bottom 10%, and we need the left, which is going to be 10%. Save this. Now let's go to the browser.
Let's see. Why it's blur? Why it's so blurry? Actually, I mean, I changed something and like here probably is that it? I don't know.
and reload this. You can see these three blocks, right? Super. Next, what we need to do is let's go to our IntelliJ, and here let's add few more styling. Before that, what I'll do is now we can start creating this.
Let me mess with the blur, probably something like this. May change everything. I don't know. Shift 8 pixel. Let's see. One. It's better to see, but there's something over it, probably.
This header. Let's go back to our IntelliJ. We're going to create a new fragment. Under the fragments folder, create a new file. This is going to be header.html. Let's go to the loader.html. I'm going to copy the first three lines and paste it.
A second. Let's get a little bit more.
I'm going to close this timely block and also the HTML. Inside this, I'm going to just change this fragment name to site header. Inside this, let's make use of the header to create the header. I'm going to add a class header. Inside this, create a div with a class container. Class header. Inside this, create a div with a class container header container. And inside this, I'm going to create a div with a class logo. I'm going to add the text b dot, and also I'm going to add a span tag. Oops. And within the add a span tag. Oops. And within the span, let's add s dot. And next, I'm going to create.
All right.
Create a nav bar. So using the nav element, I'm going to add the class nav. And inside this, let's create a div with the class nav links. And below this, let's add the anchor tag. I'm going to add about. Let's add the class nav link. Let's add the text about. So copy this and paste it multiple times, and we can change hash about to project. This is going to be projects. Next, this is going to be experience. Change the text to experience, and this is going to be achievements. This is also going to be achievements. This is going to be contact. Perfect. Now let's save this. We have to reference this fragments inside our home.html. So before that, I'm going to get rid of this hello, and I'm going to just add the comment for this script tag, custom script.
It's mine so blurry, bro. Is this it? Probably not.
Blur 80 pixel, opacity 0.15, z index 1. So now
Whatever. I'll see what I'm doing wrong after. But let's
we
get
have added styling for this
let's
floating shape.
continue
So if we
this.
change the text to site header, and the same name we are adding it here as the fragment name, header script. This is going to be contact app, custom script, contact, and this is going to be I'm going to add about. Let's add the class
Is that it?
nav link. Let's add the text about. So copy this and paste it multiple times, and we can change hash about to projects. This is going to be projects. Next, this is going to be experience. Change the text, add the comment for this script tag. I'm going now to get rid of this hello, and I'm going to just add the comment for this script tag, custom script. And also I'm going to add one more comment that is for the header, right? So we can just copy this and paste it, and this is going to be slash fragments slash header. Let's make it header.
Actually, put the shapes here probably.
And we're going to change this to shape 2 and shape 3. This is going to be floating shape, so let's correct it. Okay, so now we have created these divs. Now we can start applying style to these classes. Let's go to our style.css, and just below this for 100 pixel. We need percent j and create loader.html file into to be header.html.
Is this just appeared? I don't know. Whatever. Was
fragment. Under the fragments folder, create a new file. This is going to be header.html. Let's go to the loader.html. I'm going to copy the first 3 lines and paste it. Paste it. HTML. Let's save this. With this, we can view the changes inside our browser. Of course, we haven't added any of the stylings, but let's see how it looks in the browser. Let's go back and reload this. You can see about projects, experience, achievements, and
let's see. Alright.
contact. Okay, with this now we can start applying styling to these content. Let's go back to our IntelliJ.
So here he was just putting his initials. I don't know. Let's put dummy dev. Whatever.
And open the style.css. I'm going to just add the comment header section just for the reference. So now we can start adding, first of all, for this header class, let's add the style. So header, adding to rem0, it is nothing but the top and bottom. Next, position, fixed, width, 100%, top 0, left 0, slide index 100, transition 0.3 seconds is next. Header dot scroll. Whenever we scroll this, we're going to add this. Background. We're going to add the RGB color 5, 5, 16, 0.9. This is going to be background. And next, backdrop. filter we are going to add, which is blur 10 pixel, box shadow 0, 10 pixel, 30 pixel, and the RGB color, which is 0, 0, 0, 0.1. Padding 1 rem 0. Next, let's also add head.
Let's go.
Header container. If you go back to our header.html, we have this header container. So let's start applying style to this header container.
All right. I'm kinda getting everything a little
Display.
bit. Just remembering.
Flex container.
Bro.
Header container. Display flex. Justify content, which is nothing but space between. Align items center. Save this. Now if you go to the browser and if you reload this,
Center align. All right.
save this. Now if you go to the browser and if you reload this, you can see it has been moved to the right hand side.
As you can see, nothing happened. Let me see this again. Align it, items, space between, specify container, one rem. Is one left? No, it's one. 0 to 10 pixels, 30 pixels, RGBA 0000 0.1. Like give those spaces. I don't know if it's important. Probably not. But whatever. I'm sorry for the noise, guys. Like I had to open my window. But yeah, backdrop filter. Yeah, this backdrop probably. Like I think my project didn't recognize this, but yeah, let's see. 2 RAM fixed with 100%, top 0, left 0, z index 100, and transition. Oh,
let's also add header container. For the right side, let's add the
let's see if we rebuild the project. Oh no, probably not. But just in case, let's see. Nah. I mean, I don't know, guys. I really think it's time to do some LeetCodes. I'll do more of this after. So yeah, let's do some lead codes, guys. So let's do a lead code. I'm gonna probably do an easy one, and I'm gonna be quiet for this part of the video, and let's finish this. So let's go. Minimum number of operations to make elements in array distinct. You're given an integer array nums, you need to ensure that the elements in the array are distinct. To achieve this, you can perform the following operations any number of times. Remove 3 elements from the beginning of the array. If the array has fewer than 3 elements, remove all remaining elements. Note that an empty array is considered to have distinct elements. Return the minimum number of operations needed to make the elements in the array distinct. Alright, so in the first. Alright, let's do this. I could probably, I don't know, put everything in a hash set, and every time, like clear the hash set and see if the numbers are right, like if there's no repetitions, but that's probably not good to do. So I need to probably do hash map. I need to map like the repetitions and do something about it. So yeah, let's see what I can do. What I was actually thinking about like now is I can go from the array backwards, and after I remove like, but I don't know if I need to actually remove it. I just need to put the number, return the number of operations. So yeah, I'm gonna iterate like the array from the back, and see what happens. So if first repetition is equal 0, we're gonna do nothing, we're just gonna return 0. Otherwise, what we need to do is like, if it's 3, like, let me think a little bit. Actually, I think -1 is better, to be real. So now we just need to calculate like where we should like break, how many we need to do. We should like probably we need to take the occurrence and let me think a little bit. I think like we can do ceiling Python. I think ceiling Python we give us like the integer. Yeah, we need to import this probably. Just yeah. Let's see. Yeah, it's not bad, but it could be better. I mean, the concept is just almost the same. It's just I don't really think it's like only optimizations. Like, yeah, probably I needed to optimize something and I didn't. But it seems like the same. But yeah, that's it for today, guys. I see you guys tomorrow. Goodbye.